Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today is an absolutely beautiful day, but what we are about to discuss is anything but beautiful. A gunshot echoes through the sterile white halls of General Hospital, shattering decades of legacy in a single, deafening instant. Two impossible choices. One pulled trigger, and the momentum of Port Charles has shifted so violently that the ground beneath these characters will never, ever settle again. I am shaking typing this. Anna Devane is dead. Anna Devane is dead. And Jason is the one who pulled the trigger. I can't breathe. I'm dead. The audacity of these writers. Not okay. I'm done. But also, I can't look away because this is the most gripping television I have ever seen. Oh wait, before that happened, actually, we have to talk about Anna's mental state because it is so dramatic, and honestly, it explains everything but also nothing at all. So, Anna has been back in Port Charles after that literal hellscape of a captivity at Windermere. 9 months of being gaslit, drugged, and tortured by Ross Cullum and Jen Sidwell. She was in that facility in France, and she manipulated her doctor to get out, and we all knew she wasn't ready. We all knew it. At this point, I'm yelling at my screen every time she appears, because she is seeing the ghost of Peter August. And don't even get me started on that. Wes Ramsey's character is still ruining lives from beyond the grave. Like, are you serious right now? Peter has been whispering in her ear, feeding her this toxic, psychotic narrative that she needs to take lethal action to protect Port Charles. It's giving full 1985 DVX Ruthless Anna, and it is terrifying. Peter's ghost convinced her that Britt Westbourne was the ultimate threat. Why Britt? Because of the whole Cassius Faison mess, the saline syringes, the Cullum project. Anna's mind is just completely fractured, and she genuinely believed that eliminating Britt was the only way to save the town. I forgot to mention earlier, but Britt has been going through absolute hell too. She just got out of WSB custody, she found out her Huntington's disease was a complete lie orchestrated by Cullum, and she has been trying to rebuild her life from scratch. She is broke, she is homeless, she's been fighting with that new doctor Tristan Roberts, and she is just so vulnerable right now. She needs to get it together, I swear, but she didn't deserve this. Okay, where was I? Right, so Jason. Stone Cold. The man who literally just returned from a WSB black site in Jakarta, where he was tortured so badly he has severe PTSD. He came back fundamentally changed. He looked at Sonny Corinthos, the legendary mob boss, and said no. He officially quit the mob. He walked away from the violence because he wanted to be a good father to Danny. Sam is dead, Cyrus killed her, which is insane by the way, and Jason is the only parent Danny has left. Jason wanted peace. He even ghosted Britt to keep her away from the danger of his life. He was trying so hard to be a better man. But mark my words, Jason can never escape the violence. It is literally in his DNA at this point. So we are at General Hospital. It's late. The hallways are quiet. Britt is just trying to do her job, probably complaining about something because she's the Britch and we love her, and suddenly Anna Devane steps out of the show. My jaw dropped. The look in Anna's eyes was completely hollow. Finola Hughes acted the absolute house down in this scene. Honestly, give her all the Emmys right now. Anna corners Britt against the wall. Wait, did I already say that? Whatever. Anyway, Anna has her gun drawn. She is pointing it directly at Britt's chest. Britt is terrified. She's begging for her life, trying to reason with a woman who isn't even listening to her because she is too busy listening to the imaginary voice of Peter August telling her to pull the trigger. It is so dramatic. Britt is crying. Anna is cold as ice, and the tension is literally suffocating. I am on the edge of my seat, screaming at the TV. And then Jason rounds the corner. Jason, who is probably just at the hospital for a checkup or looking for Lucas, walks into this absolute nightmare. He sees Anna Devane, a woman he has known for decades, a legendary police commissioner, the mother of his oldest and dearest friend, Robin Scorpio, holding a gun on Britt Westbourne, the woman he loves, the woman he sacrificed his freedom for. The woman he took the fall for Rocco to protect. The impossible choice. Jason freezes. You can see the gears turning in his head. He assesses the threat. He sees that Anna's finger is tightening on the trigger. He knows Anna. He knows she doesn't miss. He tries to talk her down. Anna, put the gun down, he says in that classic, calm Jason voice. But Anna doesn't even look at him. She is completely gone. She mutters something about protecting the town from Jason's bloodline, and Jason realizes in that split second that she is actually going to kill Britt. Why would she do that? I know she's hallucinating, but it is just so tragic. Jason has a fraction of a second to make a decision that will destroy his life forever. If he does nothing, Britt dies. If he acts, he has to take down a legend. He reaches for his weapon. He didn't even want to carry a gun anymore. He quit the mob. But old habits die hard, and Jason's instincts are faster than anyone else. Bang. I literally jumped off my couch. The gunshot was so loud. Jason fired first. He shot Anna Devane. Anna drops the gun. She falls to the sterile hospital floor. Blood starts pooling around her. Britt is screaming. Jason is just standing there, his gun still raised, his face completely pale. He looks down at what he just did. He killed Anna Devane. I am literally crying real tears right now. This is not happening. This cannot be happening. Honestly, the fallout from this is going to be apocalyptic. Let's talk about Robin Scorpio for a second, because I am actually unwell thinking about her. Robin and Jason have the most iconic pure friendship in the history of General Hospital. When Jason Quartermain woke up from his brain injury and everyone hated him, Robin was the one who saw the good in him. She loved him. They sat on that bridge and formed a bond that survived decades of mob wars. And now, Jason just put a bullet in her mother's chest. He killed Anna. Robin is going to be destroyed. Their friendship is permanently, irreparably obliterated. I'm calling it now. This is going to end badly for Jason. Robin will never forgive him. Max Scorpio will never forgive him. Felicia will never forgive him. Robert Scorpio is going to hunt Jason to the ends of the earth. Jason just became public enemy #1 to the entire WSB and the PC. And don't even get me started on Danny. Danny is just a teenager trying to figure out his life. He was so happy his dad was home. He defended Jason to Rocco. He believed in his dad. Jason promised Danny he was done with the violence. He promised he was going to be a safe, present father. And what happens? Danny is going to find out that his father just gunned down the police commissioner in cold blood. The horror in Danny's eyes when he realizes his dad is a killer. I can't even. Danny is going to be so traumatized. Sam is dead, and now his father is a murderer in the eyes. Danny is going to look at Jason and see a monster. Jason's entire motivation for leaving the mob was to protect Danny from this exact reality, and he just threw it all away in 1 second to save Britt. Which brings me to Britt. Honestly, how is she going to live with this? She was saved, yes, but at what cost? Jason destroyed his entire world to keep her breathing. The guilt is going to eat her alive. She knows Jason wanted a peaceful life. She knows what Anna meant to this town. They are going to be bonded by this horrific trauma, but I honestly don't know if they can even look at each other after this. Every time Jason looks at Britt, he is going to see the reason he had to kill his best friend's mom. Every time Britt looks at Jason, she is going to see a man who committed murder for her. It is so dark. It is so twisted. Wait, did I already say how mad I am at Peter August? Because I need to reiterate that this is all his fault. If Peter hadn't shattered Anna's mind, if Cullum hadn't locked her in that Windermere basement, none of this would have happened. Anna Devane deserved a hero's end. She deserved to ride off into the sunset with Robert or Valentine, or literally anyone. She did not deserve to die on the cold floor of General Hospital, hallucinating a monster, shot by a man who considered her family. The tragedy of it all is just overwhelming. I am honestly so emotionally exhausted processing. I keep replaying the scene in my head. The way Jason's hand didn't even shake when he pulled the trigger, but the absolute devastation in his eyes afterward. Steve Burton is acting his heart out right now. He conveyed so much pain without saying a single word. He dropped his gun. He fell to his knees next to Anna. He tried to stop the bleeding, but it was too late. The light was already gone from her. The legend of Anna Devane ended right there. And Carly? Sonny? How are they going to react? Sonny is going to use this to pull Jason back into the mob, I just know. Sonny will say, see? You can't escape who you are, Jason. You're a killer. Come back to the family where you belong. And Carly is going to try to justify it because she always justifies everything Jason does. But even Carly has to admit that killing Anna Devane is crossing a line that can never be uncrossed. Okay, where was I? Right, so the aftermath. The police are going to swarm the hospital. Dante is going to have to arrest his own father's best friend. Chase is going to be devastated. The whole town is going to mourn Anna. And Jason is going to sit in an interrogation room, completely silent, staring at the wall knowing that his soul is... He sacrificed everything. He lost Robin. He lost Danny's innocence. He lost his own redemption. All for Britt. I literally cannot stop shaking. This show has completely unhinged me. The writers took the biggest swing possible, and it connected right in our heart. I don't know how anyone recovers from this. I don't know how Port Charles moves forward. Anna Devane was the moral compass of this town, even when she was messy. And Jason was the tragic hero. Now, there are no heroes left. Just broken people standing in a pool of blood. I am honestly going to need therapy after this. Will Jason ever find redemption after this impossible choice? Share your theories in the comments and subscribe for more.